Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and drop a like. Chapter 1: A New Beginning. In the fall of 2028, a historic moment was unfolding at the prestigious Stanford Medical Center in California. Dr. Sarah Martinez was carefully reviewing detailed medical reports in her hands. Following FDA approval, Neuralink's most advanced brain-computer interface technology had officially launched its first large-scale human trials. David Chun, a 32-year-old software engineer, had been paralyzed and lost his ability to speak due to motor neuron disease, ALS. Neuralink's N1 implant technology offered him an entirely new hope for life. The first weeks were truly groundbreaking in medical history. Chin was able to move a cursor on a computer screen solely with his thoughts, write complex texts, and even make a video call with his family. This revolutionary development created excitement not only in the medical field, but also across the global technology sector. For paralyzed patients, this breakthrough technology offered tangible hope to millions worldwide. Dr. Martinez, as Neuralink's chief medical director, was closely monitoring and documenting this unique progress. Elon Musk and his 300-member multidisciplinary team were running 24/7 research and development efforts to maximize the therapeutic potential of the technology. The company's long-term vision was to achieve perfect harmony between the human brain and the digital world, ultimately making neurological diseases a thing of the past. The implant's operating principle was highly sophisticated. Microscopic chips containing 1,024 electrodes captured neural activity in the cerebral cortex in real time and converted it into digital commands using machine learning algorithms. Every thought in Chin's brain was being translated into meaningful data within fractions of a second. Chapter 2: Global Media Attention and Social Transformation. News of Chin's spectacular progress first appeared in prestigious medical journals such as the New England Journal of Medicine and Nature, then spread to global outlets like CNN, BBC, Reuters, and the Associated Press. The San Francisco Chronicle front page ran the headline, "The Greatest Breakthrough in Human History for Brain Implant Technology," which sparked massive interest not only in the tech world, but also from medical schools to Silicon Valley. Chin's family, especially his wife Linda Chun and their 14-year-old daughter Emma, were filled with deep hope and joy over his miraculous recovery. Emma burst into tears of happiness when her father spoke to her for the first time in months. Jennifer Walsh, JD, PhD, a senior partner at leading law firm Goldman & Associates, began conducting a comprehensive review of the ethical, legal, and societal dimensions of this revolutionary technology. This technology is opening an entirely new chapter not only in medical history, but in human history, Walsh announced during an extensive press conference at Stanford Law School. However, in terms of patient rights, privacy protection, data security, and long-term safety protocols, it must be evaluated with the utmost academic and legal rigor. From Neuralink's Austin headquarters, Elon Musk delivered a live global statement, sharing his vision and mission. Every new technology, especially those that touch the human brain, must be developed with the most careful scientific methods possible. For millions of paralyzed patients around the world who now have hope, we will continue to develop this technology in the safest and most ethical way. Positive reactions swept across social media like a tsunami. The hashtag #NeuralinkMiracle trended with over 50 million tweets in 24 hours, while scientists, tech enthusiasts, and patient advocates launched a global wave of support with #FutureOfMedicine and #HopeForParalyzed. Chapter 3: Multidisciplinary Scientific Collaboration and Oversight. After the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, began a comprehensive review of Chin's case and Neuralink's overall performance, Health Secretary Dr. Michael Torres, MD, MPH, an esteemed neurology specialist and Harvard Medical School graduate, made a highly strategic announcement. He declared that closer scientific collaboration would be established with Neuralink, that the technology's safety standards would be elevated to the FDA's highest classification, and that clinical research protocols would be further strengthened. This critical collaboration process would be coordinated at the prestigious UCSF, University of California, San Francisco, Federal Health Research Center. Federal Judge Linda Rodriguez, JD, a Stanford Law School graduate with 20 years of expertise in technology law, was appointed as chief advisor to the project. Distinguished scientists, neurotechnology experts, bioethics professors, and patient rights advocates from Cambridge, MIT, Harvard, Johns Hopkins, and the Mayo Clinic gathered together. The research coordination team invited Dr. Robert Kim, Ph.D., Electrical Engineering, Caltech, and M.S., Neuroscience, Stanford, a former Neuralink employee, as a key scientific advisor. Kim had served as the lead research engineer responsible for all safety testing and clinical protocols at the company. Our multidisciplinary team is rigorously conducting every FDA Class 3 medical device test and more, leaving no detail unchecked, Dr. Kim explained in detail, presenting his peer-reviewed report. At every step, patient safety remains our top priority, while we continuously elevate our standards in scientific rigor and research. Oversight Commission Chair Catherine Miller, J.D., Ph.D., Bioethics, Georgetown, emphasized transparency and accountability. The work of Dr. Kim and his multidisciplinary team not only sets the gold standard for Neuralink, but for the entire tech industry and the future of neuromedical research. Chapter 4: Global Expert Consensus and Evaluations. One of the most prestigious and critical moments of the scientific review came from Nobel Prize-winning neuroscientist Professor Elena Petrov. Holding a Ph.D. from Cambridge University and an M.D. from Harvard Medical School, Professor Petrov had been one of the most cited global authorities in brain-computer interfaces for over 30 years. This technology is not only an immense hope for millions of paralyzed individuals, but it also holds groundbreaking potential for treating neurological disorders such as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, epilepsy, and depression, Professor Petrov stated, drawing from her experience as an editor for Nature Neuroscience. The scientific rigor, adherence to ethical standards, and safety measures in its development are truly admirable. We are on the verge of a paradigm shift rarely seen in medical history. Neuralink's peer-reviewed research reports presented a highly detailed and transparent analysis. The 847-page comprehensive report revealed that Elon Musk's consistent emphasis in internal strategy meetings, patient safety is our absolute priority. Quality scientific research must never fall victim to haste, had been meticulously adopted and applied across all departments. William Chun, David's 45-year-old father and a software architect, expressed his deep gratitude during a 3-hour discussion at his Berkeley home. The miraculous improvement in my son's condition and the dramatic increase in his quality of life are beyond words. The professionalism, empathetic approach, and meticulous methodology of the entire team have left us both impressed and reassured. An independent evaluation panel consisting of world-renowned experts, including Dr. James Richardson, Ph.D., Computational Neuroscience, MIT, Dr. Amanda Foster, M.D., Ph.D., Neurosurgery, Harvard, and Dr. Maria Gonzalez, Ph.D., Bioengineering, Johns Hopkins, analyzed Chen's case from a multidisciplinary perspective and unanimously delivered a positive opinion. Chapter 5: Transparent Research Data and Scientific Documentation. The Research Coordination Commission meticulously examined all raw data, clinical trial results, laboratory reports, and peer-reviewed scientific papers provided by Neuralink, surpassing FDA standards. This documentation included 2,847 pages of scientific records, more than 15,000 MRI and fMRI images, 500 hours of neural activity recordings, and results from 50 different safety tests. Among these documents, a weekly progress report sent by Dr. Sarah Martinez to Elon Musk drew particular attention. Dear CEO, your determination and vision in enforcing strict safety protocols without skipping a single step are truly excellent. With continuous monitoring across 847 different parameters, we can now guarantee 100% patient safety. Musk's scientifically detailed reply read, "Excellent, Dr. Martinez. Patient safety is not just our priority. It is our existential mission and responsibility. Quality, ethical, and reliable medical research must unfold over time and never be rushed." MIT's Professor Alexandra Chun, Ph.D., Biomedical Engineering, explained that these correspondences and processes represented an exemplary sense of responsibility in technological development, This methodology not only sets the gold standard for Neuralink, but also serves as a guide for the entire medical technology sector and the next generation of researchers. Stanford's Dr. Amanda Foster, MD, PhD, provided a 3D model analysis, explaining how the implant's 1024 electrode chip technology, biocompatibility tests, and Chin's positive neural responses demonstrated the limitless potential of the technology. Chapter 6. Technological Innovation and Multidimensional Analysis. One of the most constructive and illuminating moments of the research came from Dr. James Wilson, former Neuralink Research Director, PhD, Computational Neuroscience, Caltech, postdoc, MIT McGovern Institute. Wilson presented a comprehensive and detailed 200-page scientific presentation describing the technology's multidisciplinary development process, clinical research methodology, and patient safety protocols. Elon Musk consistently emphasized to us, conduct safety tests with perfectionism, never compromise even microscopically on patient health, Wilson explained, drawing from his FDA Phase 1 to 3 clinical trial experience. We extended the FDA's 6-month observation period for Class 3 medical devices to 9 months, and later to 12, in the name of scientific rigor. This statement generated great satisfaction and admiration within the research commission and among all participants. Members noted how the process exceeded both scientific excellence and ethical standards. The commission presented multiple independent findings and third-party verifications supporting Wilson's statements. Independent experts from Harvard, Stanford, MIT, Johns Hopkins, and the Mayo Clinic unanimously concluded that Chin's case represented the most successful and promising story in modern neuromedicine. These types of technological and scientific achievements are not just milestones in medical history. They are among the most important turning points in human history, said Professor Martinez Yamazaki, Harvard Medical School, Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory. Such accomplishments, achieved through rigorous methodology, patient-focused care, and ethical principles, will bring tangible hope and improved quality of life to millions of patients worldwide. Chapter 7. Media Attention and Public Support. During the review, media interest increased significantly. Outlets ranging from CNN to BBC, and from the New York Times to the Wall Street Journal, followed the process in a supportive manner. Support groups gathered outside the research center. Neuralink supporters carried banners reading "Innovation for Humanity," while patient advocates shouted slogans like "Safe Technology equals Bright Future." Social media also showed massive support. The hashtags #NeuralinkSuccess and #InnovationForAll remained constantly trending. Elon Musk provided regular updates to the press throughout the process, maintaining the company's transparency policy. Chapter 8. Commission Evaluation. After 3 weeks of examination, the Scientific Commission completed its comprehensive review. The research center was filled with hundreds of scientists and journalists awaiting the results. Commission Chair Rodriguez invited the committee to announce its findings. The audience listened attentively to every word. Assessment of safety protocols, excellent. Review of patient rights, exemplary. Technological development process, a landmark in medical history. This evaluation meant that both the scientific community and society at large supported Neuralink's technology. Musk was granted permission to continue his work without restrictions, along with additional funding for future projects. Chapter 9. Groundbreaking Outcomes and Foundations for the Future. After the Commission's evaluation, Elon Musk gave a visionary statement during a global press conference at Neuralink's Austin headquarters. This scientific review process has been profoundly educational, nourishing, and motivating for us. Perfecting our safety protocols beyond global standards, placing patient welfare above all commercial concerns, and advancing technology for humanity within ethical boundaries are our existential duties. The Chen family, William, Linda, and Emma, held an emotional press conference at their San Francisco home, expressing their gratitude for the scientific results and David's ongoing improvement. They announced the establishment of the Neuralink Patient Support Foundation to ensure more families worldwide could benefit from the technology in the future. Neuralink reinforced all its research and development processes in line with the Commission's recommendations and updated FDA guidelines. New scientific collaboration protocols were signed with MIT, Harvard, Stanford, and Johns Hopkins. Partnerships with the FDA and NIH deepened, and plans were made to open 15 new research centers worldwide. Epilogue: Humanity's New Era. 6 months after the Commission's evaluation, David Chin's condition showed dramatic and sustained improvement, so much so that it entered medical literature. He not only regained motor function, but also fully recovered his ability to speak. Chin returned to work as a software engineer, continuing as a living source of hope for thousands of paralyzed patients worldwide. The global tech and medical communities drew deep inspiration from these groundbreaking developments. The perfect balance between innovation and safety, and the harmony between patient welfare and scientific progress, became the universal guide and golden standard for all future neuromedical projects. Elon Musk and his now 500-member multidisciplinary team continued their work with determination and vision. In Neuralink's future projects, patient welfare, scientific excellence, and ethical responsibility went hand in hand, aiming to achieve the greatest healthcare revolution in human history. This success story was recorded as a golden page in 21st-century medical technology history. It created a model serving as both hope and methodological excellence for future brain-computer interface research. The world learned how courage and responsibility in technological progress, and innovation and safety measures, could coexist in perfect synergy. David Chin's case was not only an individual medical success, but also one of the brightest and most inspiring examples of humanity's future in health, technology, and hope.